I have taken on board what James has said. As you can see, like, I am walking to stuff now, I am grabbing things, and I am trying that little bit harder.
Have a break, lads. 20 minutes, coffee, sandwich.
Even at midday, there's still no life from the caravan.
He's saying he's the lad and all that, and he can do it all, mate, but, I mean, for this, you've got to not go out and get mega wrecked. I mean, I had a few, but I knew that if I drank any more, I probably wouldn't have got up this morning, so that's why I went home.
Right, get yourself up, come on. We're all working out there and doing your work for you. Eh? That is not sick at all, mate. That's just pure beer. No. You can't handle it, don't drink it. Simple as that. 20 minutes. We're having a sandwich and we're starting. Get yourself out. I woke him up in a fashion, but I still don't think his brain's going to be in no gear, and to be honest with you, he's going to be a bit... I'll have to just see how he is when he wakes up, because he's still could be too dangerous to work around the crane. Like I said, the crane's lifting heavy things, 2 ton, 3 ton, some things up to 4 ton, and the heaviest thing's 8 ton. Most things are only half a ton. But if you go and drop half a ton on your toes or your fingers because you're not concentrating, it's not going to do you no favours.
James is concerned for good reason. Over the last 10 years, one person has been killed or injured in UK fun fairs and theme parks almost every day.
It's about time Rob done some fucking work, he's a lazy shit's around. What's mine to do? Fucking get off your ass, you lazy. Yes, I have got an angle, but yes, I don't give a fuck. There's only so far you can push someone. You know what I mean? There's only so far you can push someone. There's only so much work a person can do.
John eventually arrives on site, 6 hours late.
Get John up there then now. Get John to carry on with all the other seals so he finishes them all off.
Right.
Come on, it's nothing hard for you, but get up there and get stuck into it. Just try and keep you safe while your head's not on your shoulders properly.
At least he's up now. I thought it would have been a lot later. He's just got to crack on now and prove that he is a worker.
John is given the tedious task of sealing the gaps in the water track.
This is what happens when you fuck James off. Did go one step too far last night. But I went home here to work, but anyone that turns around to me and says that I'm not here to enjoy myself, then they can get told to fuck off. My opinion of me hasn't changed. They know I'm a hard worker, they know I'm not soft, they know I can get stuck in and have a go. I always do.
John has let down the entire team of 30, so at the end of the day, James demands payback for his pathetic performance in the morning.
All right, John, as soon as you started late today, I want you now to get the cables and run all the cables out for this gate. And I've got to go all the way up to the Jenny at the other end of the site. Cables there.
Yesterday, John was the golden boy. Now he's being punished with laying cable. He works into the night, untangling, unwinding, and laying over 2 miles of power lines.
At the end of the day, he's trying to give me a shit job so he can get his own back. Oh, come on. Hands are fucked. Proper fuck now.
Having learned his lesson, John is up bright and early the next day.
It was self-inflicted, it was my fault. But there was no chance I would have been able to do anything, even if it did get up. I would have been still pissed and a danger to myself more than anyone else.
With the river rapids nearly complete, the boys are moved on to the Magic Mouse roller coaster, which has 20 tons of track to be laid. The most time-consuming part of the job is attaching and uncoupling the crane's lifting gear from the ride's components. Done badly, the task can add several hours to the workload.
On a roller coaster alone, there's about 130 lifts. But if you take 30 seconds to put the chains on, and somebody takes 30 seconds to take the chains off, that's a minute each lift. So that's 130 minutes, so that's over 2 hours of extra work just by you putting chains on and off. Press that in, unfold, and then you just clip it on, job done.
It's taken Rob 6 days to get to grips with the work, but his growing confidence in his own abilities is now shining through.
Rob's realised he's been going a little bit slow, and I think now he's feeling good. I hope that he'll actually work a little bit harder again. In a sense, to show off to John now. I think it is like a little bit of a competition now between them. Remember what I said? Face the chains, body between them, split them, quick as we can.
Hold on, John. Put it down if you have to.
There are just 30 hours until the theme park is open, but the Magic Mouse is only a third complete. James uses the boys' competitiveness to speed up the process.
Quick competition on this one. You've got to roll it over, but make sure you don't cross your chains, so you can do it the quickest. Think about it. All right, push it over. Whose chains are crossed?
Both of us.
Both. See, it's all time now.
John's are still
I've
twisted.
double-crossed, man.
He's still got it crossed.
I double-crossed them.
Hey, he's doing shite
Wow.
today with these.
Shall we go for dinner, John, and come back when you finish crossing them?
I won that competition, flipping it. We double-crossed the wires, the chains. I didn't. I only crossed them. But I've done slightly better than John. That's all that matters.
Much better, the both of you. It's a shame it's only took us 329 lifts to do it.
With the track nearly laid, John's attention begins to wane.
No, thank you. Hey. Oh, now you're just ignoring me. That's just rude. Just come this way.
John, concentrate on what you're supposed to be doing and not what you'd like to be doing. You might like to talk to the girls. If you want to do that, you do that in your own time. We're lifting heavy pieces of metal there. If you're not paying attention at all times, something could squash you. And secondly, while we're here working at Thunderworld, we give people respect. And by shouting and things like that and whistling at girls isn't paying them respect. That's not the way we work. Lights from over there now with the lighting tree, please.
Just doesn't like me today at all, you know.
Rob's confidence has grown in leaps and bounds, but he has yet to confront his fear of heights. With the Magic Mouse now standing proud 50 feet above the downs, James gives him a shot at conquering his vertigo by rigging the chain that pulls the coaster carts up the hill.
I just want to put the chain up now so we can start getting things ready.
Yeah.
Do you want to go up the top so you can work the winch?
I'll give it a go.
If you can go up there with Justin, if you go up there with him, Justin, just show him what he's doing. He can work the winch and then you can just supervise up and down.
Just 1 week ago, Rob had trouble climbing a ladder. If he passes this test, he'll be ready to tackle any challenge.
Yeah, it's feeling a little bit of a nerve kicking in, but it's okay. I'm at the top now, so it's all good. I'm glad I'm up here, you know what I mean? All right, I'm feeling a bit... that's mainly because the wind's blowing and stuff like that, but I know that this trackway's quite wide enough and that I can manoeuvre on it. I'm okay here. For the minute, anyway. I helped build that, you know what I mean? It's fucking raw.
In 10 hours, Thunderworld should open to over 3,000 Bristolians, but the Magic Mouse has to pass a safety run before the public are allowed on.
We moved it, we broke it down, we built it up again. It's nice to know that everything that we've done has played a part in making this ride. People are going to get enjoyment out of it.
Someone's got to test it. After all their hard work, the lads take the hot seat. But they just can't help reverting back to being kids.
that's working all right.
Before the doors open to the public, the finishing touches are made to the theme park. After 165 miles, 400 crane lifts and only 18 hours sleep in 4 days, the boys eventually get to do the glamorous work. Thunderworld opens its gates on time and in fully working order.
We're having a good time at the moment, so after a hard week, it's nice to have a good time at the end of the week.
Early on Sunday morning, James hands down his verdict on the boys' performance.
So John, you started off very strong. In the middle, you let yourself down, you let everybody down, really. You went out, you let it all go to your head, and you lost a good few hours of work. And that day, really, you didn't get stuck in the same. But you still overcome it, and you've got yourself back round it. Rob, the first couple of days, you look very tired. You look like it was literally just too hard for you. But towards the end, again, you've got stuck in, you carried on working, you got used to doing what you was doing, and you seemed happy doing it. The one that you was driving.
But there's one final test before he's willing to offer them a job.
This is now the end of the week with us. I'd like you both to stay here, finish off Bristol, and help us take the rides down as a probation to see about stopping on full time with us. But there's no time for going home, because if you go home now, I'll get somebody else in to fill your shoes. So it's up to you what you want to do.
Coming up, what James really made of the boys.
One of the girls in the cash box has actually said to me, "Have you seen the 3 boys we're getting?" I said, "Why, what they're like?" She said, "The chavs."
And did either Rob or John land a job? Ricky, Rob and John are 3 young unemployed boys who've been learning how to build theme park rides and trying to impress a potential employer.
It's a bit of a sweat compared to normal. I ain't even had nothing to eat and I have to start work already.
I am feeling fucked. Right about now.
But only 2 completed the work, as Ricky did a runner back to his mum in London.
I said I could do it when I was at home, and I was like, yeah, I could do this, but obviously I couldn't do it, innit?
Since leaving Thunderworld, Ricky hasn't found any full-time work and is still living with his mother. John and Rob impressed mentor James Mellors so much that he made them a once-in-a-lifetime offer, the chance to stay on and prove themselves.
There's no time for going home, because if you go home now, I'll get somebody else in to fill your shoes. So it's up to you what you want to do.
I'll stay, mate.
You stay on, going
No
on.
problem.
You want to stay?
Yeah.
I'm going home just because I will get castrated if I don't go home.
You need to go home because you'll be castrated.
My missus has got caught tomorrow morning, I've got to be there.
John, get
Right,
back
boss.
to work.
Face roller, mate.
Right.
1 month on, the Thunderworld attractions have hit a new town, although the 3 lads are still fresh in James's mind.
When I first met the boys and I first looked at them, one of the girls in the cash box has actually said to me, "Have you seen the 3 boys we're getting?" I said, "Why, what they're like?" She said, "The chavs." And I just thought, oh my God, a right classic 3. But after first meeting them, you could see that Rob seemed like he was going to be very interested. John had a lot of mouth, a lot of attitude, so I didn't know about him. But Ricky always seemed like a bit of a mummy's boy and that. I don't think he wants to do any work. And as it went on and I got to know him more, I think they carried it out about that way, really.
In Aldershot, Rob isn't sure leaving Thunderworld was a good idea.
Circumstances since the end of Thunderworld have made me wish I did stay.
But the experience of getting back into a daily work routine has given him the motivation to find work.
I'm a general construction labourer, which is just generally going around doing bits and bobs on a site.
In Bristol, he was forced to face his fear of heights, and it's not stopped there.
James pushed me a bit on that, got me up to the top of the Magic Mouse, and since then I'm still a bit weary of heights, but I'm not as bad as I was. I'm starting to get over it and just get used to the whole not being on the ground.
And he's optimistic about the future.
I feel good. I feel good. My life has a purpose again. Earning money's good and all. I like the fact that I'm earning cash. I haven't got to think about not having food in the cupboards, not having electric. Just generally start going out and enjoying life again. All because I've got a bit of cash. It's amazing.
John's success at Thunderworld led to a life-changing job offer, which he just couldn't refuse.
I haven't worked in that long. You know, I was made up to the point where I was getting excited.
It may be long hours and hard work, but for the first time in his life, John is considering the possibilities of a future career.
I could go to any theme park in this country and go, right, I know how to build up and I know how to pull down. Can I have a job? And they could go, let's give them a try.
He's left the dole queue behind and has a fresh start, living life on the road.
I think it is a new chapter in my life. I'm a Scouser till I die. If I stayed there, I would have ended up doing silly things. You can't be a Scally all your life. You just can't.
On Wednesday at 10, there's a real-time premiere as a small deli in Cork turns to the mentors for advice. But next, the hot rod gets a one-off custom exhaust system built from scratch on Chop Cut Rebuild.